If you're feeling like it, because once the chip opens the portal, you just go in and you just rush into damage.
Is Paquito okay against the Ruby in lane?
It's a skill match. Oh, the Barats! Not gonna lie.
For sustain for a frontliner.
Not gonna lie, forgot that hero existed.
Me too.
Yeah.
It's been a while, but welcome back, buddy. Welcome back into the land of dawn. But there it is. Any final thoughts you wanna say before we head over to the casters?
The draft here is pretty skibbity.
Pretty skibbity. And it's pretty skibbity that we are at match point, ladies and gentlemen. If Smart Omega can pick up this next game, they will be moving forward to meet Vitality in the grand finals. And with that, we're throwing it over to our casters. Take it away.
I couldn't have said it better myself, Eterna. If Omega Empress win this one right here, they will move forward into the grand finals, but VSG never goes down easy. It's Drex and Naisu here for the third game of this best of 5. How we feeling, Naisu? Could be the last game in this series. Can VSG pull it together and take one down?
Oh man, you know, I think going off the last 2 games, they have to do so much different here in game 3. Even with the lineup that they have, I think if you look at the previous 2 games where their weak points was the early game, they need to somehow get the momentum in their favor early on, especially when you're going against this kind of lineup. Look at this already, Gailey. She's been through this so often. She is going to survive, though. But that's what I'm wondering, because you're going against a Ling, and anytime, obviously, that Ling is going to be there, you want to be able to also transition to choking out the resources to taking these purple buffs. So for VSG, part of the game plan is that, but how do they do that? They need to get the snowball going in their favor, and this is good. I mean, at least KOA does have the jungle Roger, which has been shown to actually do pretty well against other assassins in the jungle. Yeah, definitely can do well, and I mean, time and time again, VSG has had some answers to Smart Omega Empress's draft, and at this point, I can say, yeah, the Lunox can brilliance away from the Tempest of Blades, can be in some safe positions. A lot of the heroes have some answers, but what it's really going to come down to, as it has come down to in the past 2 games, is Victory Song Gamers just needs to step it up a notch, right? They need to put their foot on the gas, and it looks like it could be what they're trying to do here. Let's see if they can pull something off. Not Ayanami. Again, I like that the experts mentioned this. You know, you don't see the Barretts too often anymore. For the longest time, it was just a mainstay in the jungle. But now it's, you know, if it pops up in the side lane, especially the XP lane, it might work out. But still, part of that, too, is just that CC immunity is actually going to be able to help them with the lineup that they're up against from VSG. 2 Purifies as well. Now in the mid lane, though, this is already the focus. Crash Course, Tempest of Blades to follow up. Gailey in trouble. Again, it's first blood for Keshi. And they'll go ahead and take that as a sign to go start this turtle up.
Yeah, I don't know if it was the coach's decision. I don't know if Smart Omega Empress, but I just feel like before they came out onto the stage today, the plan was, we target Gailey. Yeah, we make her public enemy #1, and we get as many kills as we can on her, as many times as possible within the first few minutes, because every time Gailey's just been getting picked on. Murray, though.
Murray's going to be picked on this time as QA picks up the kill. And so the good answer, good response here. Is it enough to start? Also, Shinoa could be in trouble. The flick of 4 from Rhea, and one hit won't be enough. Able to get away with her life there, Shinoa, with that little bit of shield also. She popped the Purified. Neither team able to get the turtle in all this chaos.
All right, we're 3 minutes in. Turtle hasn't been taken yet. It's a rare sight right now. Both gold laners forced to go back. But we're starting to see VSG maybe push the envelope here, and that might be the only option. You got to just start flipping the coin a bit on these fights. A lot of the meta right now is who can catch the aggressive side first, who can get that big gold lead, and VSG knows that Smart Omega is going to try to do that continuously, and I think VSG has now just acknowledged the fact that we can't just play for late game, right? We're not going to make it to late game. Up on the top side, though.
Oh, but the late game here, it could be harder to get to if that happens. Rian goes down, but this might be a trade. QA will be able to get the turtle, and now they're going to find it out. Shortcut was dropped in, too. They have to win this fight. Murray in trouble. She's 1 hit away, but they're going to get crashed down. Daytona's welcome finds Gailey. Moonton falls, and they go back in. They re-engage. 2 fall for VSG. Good usage of the shortcut there, and Smart Omega Empress makes a play up top, and they swing back down to pick up a kill near the turtle.
that's why the chip is still banned out right there, because for a second, VSG almost made it an equal trade. They traded a gold laner for a turtle, which in my mind is not equal. If they would have got the kill on Namira there or anything else, it would have swung in their favor, but everyone shows up and then it just turns into a big punch in the face.
I was going to say a cluster at this point, because, I mean, think about it, Trex. How does that feel? You see the Ling is up top. You already know Ling can go ahead and make, transverse
like I'm
across
good.
the map.
I'm safe.
Yeah, but then
I'm okay.
A shortcut comes in.
And you got this hero that can just teleport people. Pull up. They pulled up.
They literally did. They pulled up right now. Wild Charge going to be used, of course, from Gailey. Trying to make a play here on the top side. Rest of the team also making their way up. Not sure if they still follow through. They get the Brilliance out. The damage from Amore, though, has to be respected as well. Neither team able to pick up a kill.
All right, VSG. It's time to sing the song. It's time to do something here, because we're already 3,000 goal behind.
Oh, goes in. Flicker, Daytona's welcome into the wall. Synchro just gets picked off like that. It was supposed to be Gailey. She gets out with her life, but Synchro doesn't. Smart Omega Empress once again with the decisive plays here, really following up. I mean, think about it. Not Ayanami rotated all the way up there to the mid lane. She's already got the Thunderbelt.
Already got the Thunderbelt. Going to start getting some stacks in, but wait a second. A little bit of engage on to not Ayami.
Wild Charge going to be used. They have the damage available. Keshi there on the backside. Jumps in. Minon has to get back to the turret. Tempest Blade's going to be used as well. They find another turret. Keshi will go down as Rian picks up the kill. In return, they're looking for more. Murray could be in trouble. Guardian's Bear going to be used. There's the Brilliance, but they couldn't pick up Murray just yet. They'll be happy with the one kill for now. Shinoa waits in the bush. On this Harith, pops the Zaman Force, bobs and weaves with the Synchro Vision, keeps him off the turtle here. They can't take it on just yet. The rest of Smart Omega Empress will join up. So still the objective for the taking.
Okay, but that's honestly, whether it's chaotic or not, at this point, that's the 50-50 that VSG has to go for. Those are the coin flips they have to take at this point. It's match point. They already know they're not going to win through the safe game. They need to see if they can push Smart Omega Empresses to the overheating point. See if they can force them to make some mistakes. Rion seems to be comfortable finally. Seems to be online. Killway has a kill in the book as well. And with Keshi down a kill, it's, there's some opportunity for Victory Sun Gamers to maybe secure some objectives here.
So they're going to go ahead and try it. Purple buff still being worked on, so they just give a huge go on this, and Killway will be able to get it. And now they're going to join the fight. Amore holding on to the Wild Charge. Shortcut already dropped under the Zaman Force again. Tempest Blade's going to be used as well. She tries to get away, but Gailey going to be one to fall. And in the exchange, only one down. Minun, though, going to be possibly the next target. Here comes Keshi. Here comes the squad. And they pick up a second kill.
Squad pulls up like skirt. Skirt, 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 skirt. That's 2 turtles. I mean, Victory Sun Gamers are staying in this a little bit, right? You get the 2 turtles. Imagine if they didn't get those 2 turtles. This 3K gold lead would be 4, maybe even 5.
Yeah, actually,
it would be really escaping from them. So Victory Sun Gamers are finding something in the chaos. I think this is a little better than previous games, but it's still, it could get bad fast. If any of these 1 or 2 man wipes turn into a 4 or 5 man, it could just be a wrap. We saw earlier in the items that Keshi had the Berserker's Fury on. That damage is just going to start getting bigger and bigger once another item locks in. Already has another item locks in. Haas Claws for a little bit of sustainability. And then next, what is that? Endless Battle is going to come in next. Just for good measure, and at that point, it's going to get bad. And in the beginning, Killway kind of had the lead, but now we're falling behind almost 1,400 gold. Killway does go for the War Axe, which I like this build format. It's a little more sustainable. It's maybe not as quick moving, but she picks up the Quantum Charge emblem to make up for that.
Daytona's welcome to look at this. Killway's going to be the target. Can't get away, even with a little bit more durability as she falls there. Now the eyes set here on this bottom side. This tier 2 turret, Smart Omega Empress make a play. And we sleep on the Barrett's pick right now in the current meta, but it's still good. Now on the top side, Murray gonna jump in with the crash course. Wild Charge is there, but here's Keshi plus the whole team. They find a kill on Rian, and then Gailey's gonna be next. Keshi tries to jump in, and she will pick up the kill and clean things up.
I thought Jushin was a broken hero, but Chip just reminds me of why he needs to stay on that ban list in the right hands. He reminds me of why it's just insane. And sometimes you would think that, well, sometimes Chip with an assassin like Ling might not be the best because it's hard to capitalize off of it. No. Ling just pops out of that portal with the Tempest of Blades ready to go.
Yeah.
Rian's instantly deleted. Keelway got, I mean, it just makes it even harder for VSG to keep up with them. The pacing was already fast enough from Smart Omega Empress. Now they're just breaking the speedometer.
Yeah, at that point, you know, you break the speedometer because you're time traveling. You're going through a portal. You know, I'm sure you've seen Portal.
Portal, yeah.
How it works.
I was always bad at it.
You just show up, and that's hard to play against. And even with that said, Trex, like teams still have to find ways to make the chip work. It's not as easy as just dropping the shortcut. I mean, you know, It is very strong, but we have seen teams not make chip work. But more often than not, he's actually still just a very strong pickup that brings a ton of utility to the team. And that's what they're going to have to deal with. Holy Crystal locked in before this base siege from Shinoa. Lord working on this bottom turret. Shield's already going to be popped here. Still might press the situation. Dominant Force already goes down as well. Turret's holding up. Tempest of Blade's going to be followed through. Rian's going to fall Dex. 3 down for VSG. Triple for Shinoa. She's on fire. Can they end the game here? Synchro, she's the next target.
That game is going to be starting now, so we're going to throw it back to our casters.
The game is ending.
There we go. Smart Omega Empress does it.
They definitely do. Today, the plug was pulled on the Song of Victory. And you know what they're saying?
What are they saying?
You know what Empress is saying?
What are they saying?
Pinas, lang, malakas.
Sorry, you threw me off with the lang. Yes.
You say it.
Pinas lang malakas.
Pinas lang, malakas.
There it is. Again, you know, history has been made because we're not going to have an ID versus ID, Indonesia versus Indonesia Grand Finals, Trex, and that's, you know, it took us a little longer to get the ending of that game, but hey, we saw it in the writing. 3-0, very dominant sweep for them. This also was a 10.5-minute game. So game 1, same time, 10.5 minutes. Game 3 was 10.5 minutes. Took them a little bit longer in game 2. The game plan was there, man.
It's like a 30-minute best of 5.
Wow.
Put it into perspective for you real quick.
Yeah.
The Jeepney's in full gear right now.
Dude, that's not just a regular Jeepney anymore. That's an upgraded e-Jeepney.
Definitely upgraded. That's the Tesla model right there. All right, guys. It was a pleasure. That's going to be it for me on the desk. Next, Naisu and Mirko will be joining you. They're going to have a great interview down on the stage. Big shout out to Smart Omega Empress moving on to the grand finals. VSG with a beautiful run. I don't think a lot of people expected them to get this far. They put up a great fight, but today their song is sung. We'll see them next time. And let's throw it back down to the desk because they got a great interview coming up for us.